Hey, what's up, y'all? I got a magic trick. This is Uncle P. And what I wanted to do in this quick video is just go over our last week results so you guys can see. And then I'm also going to give you our running total for the year so you guys can actually see what we've been doing in the signals group. And plus, I want to address a couple of questions that typically comes in about the service so that you guys are all aware of how it works and what we do in case you're interested. Okay, number one, let me go over the results. Last week we had a record-breaking week. A lot of people lost a lot of money in the markets, but we made a boatload of money. Last week, as you can see right here, we had 21 wins, only 4 losses, and we're still holding 3 trades from last week over into this week. All right. And in the scalping group with Miss Jenny, which is a totally separate thing, that's where you can actually drop in on a live session and trade with her directly. And be able to use the same trading system that she uses, so you'll get a trading system along with it. But you can learn how to become a professional scalper. In there, they actually trade the indices. So before we go over the pip count, you'll see why the number is so big. The reason why is because they actually trade the indices primarily, which is the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, S&P 500, directly from the MT4. Okay, so the pip count was ridiculous last week. They did over 19,762 pips. A lot of people always want to know, and this is just our internal record. We send out a clean report, but just for our internal records, so we can see what trades were sent out and what we did with those. The reason why we do it this way for us is because a lot of times when you send out signals, because I know one of the biggest questions that come out, is, how, when we close trades early, why do we do that? Okay, let me ask you this question. Have you ever been in a trade where you were actually in nice profits and you thought it was going to go further than it was, and it ended up snapping back on you, and not only did it take the profit that you actually made, but then it went into negative territory, and you said to yourself, my God, I wish I would have closed that trade out? Well, that's one of the reasons why we actually take our trades and take the money early, is because me and my trading team, when we're looking at our charts, oftentimes we can see where their price action is about to bounce back up and reverse. So instead of being greedy, we choose to just take our money and run. You know what I mean? Compound our accounts and do what we do. So a lot of these trades, yes, they will hit to take profit and straight wins. And sometimes we're really, really nice in profit, so we go ahead and close it out. Or oftentimes, have this ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a trade where the trade was looking real good? It was hovering really, really close to your take profit target, and you were sitting there waiting for it to hit the TP, and it ended up going the other way. Then you were like, dang it, dang it, dang it. Why? Because you were waiting for it to hit that take profit so you can, some people, not you, not everybody, but some people, they want to see the take profit hit so that it can be a bragging rights. Well, in this industry, and we're professional traders, I can care less about showing off, a trade account that had all your TPs hit, because oftentimes you lose trades because guess what? Price action will drop real quick, and just as fast as it drop, it'll snap back on you. And I'm sure if you've been trading any time long, you've experienced that. So when we see the prices have dropped in our direction, and also we're aware of how the directional biases work in the market, because there are times when the market is in a reversal session and then it goes back into continuation patterns. Most traders don't understand how the market flows and what time this happens. So if we realize we're in that vortex where prices are back, it's in that time area, that time zone where it's about to go back the other way, we'll just take our money. Okay, so that's the reason why we do that. So yeah, we had a really, really smashing week, 23 wins, 4 losses, and we're still holding 3. Now, let me show you what is going on with the yearly report, which is what I actually put out for everybody to see. And this is typically on the website. So right here, this is all from the signals that we send out. This is from January all the way through week to date, which is last week. And I'm just going to give you the yearly total, the year to date total. Okay. And that encompasses every single month of trades, wins, losses, and everything else, and what our running total was. And as the year is progressing, so is our trade record getting better. Why? Because, the market has been terrible. I mean, you and I both know people have lost millions of dollars. Those who trade in the crypto market, you've lost a boatload of money on your NFTs, on your long-term, just Shiba Inus and you know, all these other coins that's out there, people have lost tremendous amounts of money. Well, good for us, we haven't. Okay, we did have some shaky weeks, but we always end up pulling it out towards the end. So at the end of the day, right now, as it stands, as I'm doing this video, for the signal side, which means the signals, remember it's two sides to our services. One is the signals and one is the actual live scalping sessions where you're live in class with Ms. Jenny doing live trades. So it's two separate things. It's all one price. We don't charge a whole lot, but it's all one price. But I want to kind of show you guys exactly what's going on. So as you can see, we've already won 107 wins. We have 41 losses because, again, some of those weeks, nothing you can do. You know what I mean? If it was a really, really bad month, what can you do? You know, keep it going. So we did clean up our, you know, our losses, and we keep it moving. Then we have about 9 break evens. But as far as in the scalping group, which is a totally separate thing, they're able to trade live as price action is happening in the indices. And so they've walked away with 211,768 pips, 211,768 pips as of to date. And what is today, by the way? Let me put that in here. Today is May 28th. Let me do this a little bit better so you guys can see. May 28th, 2022. Oops, 2022. Okay, so let me make this large and make that bigger and see if there's anything else I need to cover just for clarity. Like I said, it's, you know, whether you do or don't do it, it doesn't matter. It's just up to you. But at least for me, I want to be able to provide clarification on exactly what we're actually doing in the group so that you'll be aware. And I'm actually doing this in front of you guys. I should have had this done already. Hold on. I apologize. Oh, there we go. Okay. And let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And let me add a little color to it. What color y'all want? Let's do blue. Okay, now I already got blue. You see that blue is right here? All right, so let me put it with a different color of its own. We got magenta, we got that one. Let's do, that's too dark. Let's do orange. Call it a day. Okay, there we go. All right, so as of today, which is May 28th, 2022, this is where we stand, okay? Now, one of the questions that always comes in is, why do you guys provide the actual number of pips? Let me put that here. Pips. Alrighty. And put a comma there. All right, so why do we give the total number of pips in the scalping session but not here? Well, as I said in many videos before, but I'll say it again. What used to happen, we actually used to provide that information and say, hey, this is how many pips and However, because the size of the group was getting larger and larger, what happened is when you send out, and if you've ever been a part of the signals group, you'll begin to understand exactly what I'm talking about. So what happens is we signal providers will send out the signals. Now we send out signals to people through our private Telegram channel, and people, you know, wherever they are in different parts of the world, they're going to get the signal. However, it depends on you. You know, typically if you're on your toes and you're paying attention, hey, which by the way, our signals are typically day trade signals, day trade and swing trade, meaning that we try to close them within a day, within a couple hours to a day. But sometimes, like the 3 that we're holding over the weekend, hey, you know, they're really, really good trades, but the market slowed down because on Monday is Memorial Day. So therefore, you know, the market slowed down, but we're still sitting in our positions because they're really good positions. So that's when we'll turn them into swing trades, right? Okay, so what happens is that when we send the signal out to you, we send that out to everybody at the exact same time. But think about it. If you were the signal provider and you send out a signal to a couple of hundred people, okay, and then one person is a doctor, right, and they're with a patient, their phone may go off, but they're not going to stop talking to the patient to take the signal, are they? Of course not. So they'll talk to the patient, then step in the hall and place the trade, which is fine because sometimes you can still get on some really good trades, right? But another person who's sitting in the office and they get the alert on their phone, boom, 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 3 seconds later, 10 seconds later, they place the trade and it's instantaneous. So when we used to send out the signals results for the signals, when we used to send those out, You know, some people were complaining, hey, I didn't get those number of pips. And then other people said, but I did. Well, it created a whole bunch of unnecessary confusion, because some were saying, well, guess what? As a signal provider, all we can do is tell you, hey, based on the entry price we provided, which in the prior video, I showed you guys an example of what it actually looks like. We provide the entry price, the stop loss, and the take profit. So it's very clear exactly how to do it, okay? But if you entered the price instantly, like when we sent it out, or minutes later, then you'll be at pretty much the exact same number of pips as we, the signal providers. But if you waited 5, 10, 15 minutes later before you took the signal, then of course you're not going to have the same number of pips, because the market don't wait for you to get done with whatever you're doing before it enters, before it decides to move. The market is in constant flow. Those of you who trade, this is clearly understandable. So the reason why we removed our actual total number of pip count is because it was just to get rid of the confusion. Me personally, I got tired of the emails, the contacts. And, well, I didn't do that. Well, okay, well, can you show me an example of what time you took the trade? Well, okay, if you took the trade 15 minutes later, well, yeah, you made some pips, but of course you're not going to make the same number of pips as everybody else, because you took your sweet time to take the trade. Now, you may have been busy or whatever else, that's cool. But how are we responsible for when you decide to take the trade that we sent out? We send it out to a couple hundred people, and everybody takes it when they're ready. So because we're not physically there to see or help you take the trade at the exact moment we do, we know how many pips from the trade that we sent out, but just to cut down on confusion, that's what we did. It should never have happened, because everything I'm saying to you is a no-brainer. Everybody should know this. But in this industry, the larger you get, the more silly stuff that comes along, and so that's how we end up doing that. Now, in the scalping sessions, here's the key word: it's live. So you're not scalping through signals that are sent out. You're literally live in class with everybody else, hearing the same thing, watching the same thing through Zoom meeting. So therefore, when she enters a trade and enters at X amount price, you're right there at the exact moment, able to take the exact same trade. Now, she does send out some later and say, hey, here we have a pending order or something like that, which you can enter in those. And that's cool. You'll still be able to get in at what? The exact same price. So it's easier for us to count those pips because they're actually live all together at the same time, hearing the same thing and doing the same thing at the exact same time. When you send out an alert, again, it's just sent out through our private Telegram channel. So guess what? People can get it whenever they feel like it and execute it whenever they want. Now, the good news is, let's just say, for an example, that you possibly missed out on, we sent out 21 trades, 21. Now, typically we send out a minimum of 8 to 12 trades a week, so that there's plenty enough trades for everybody. So let's just say you missed out on 4 of them, okay? But we sent out 12. Well, guess what? That's still 8 legitimate trades that you could have taken. You get what I'm saying? So maybe sometimes you're busy, and that's not a big deal. Life happens. So if you're busy and you can't take the trade at the moment, go back and check, because sometimes price has just been hovering in that area and it really haven't moved. So you'll be able to see, hey, it's still in that price or close to the entry price. You go ahead and enter. But if price have already moved substantially away from the entry price, then just wait for the next signal. Again, we sent out 21 trades last week. 21 winners, 4 losers. What did that mean? That was 25 trades. So you got plenty of opportunity. Actually, it was more than that. 21 plus 4, that's 25. Plus 3 more. We actually sent out 28. We normally don't even send out that many, but it was just a good week. But you can expect at least 8 to 12 trades a week. So you got plenty enough opportunity. If you missed a trade, just wait for the next one. God, I promise you, we do this. We've been doing this for years. So even if you miss out, don't worry about it. Okay. Now, who is this service for? If you're a person who is really trying to learn how to trade on your own, you can go ahead and start, like I said, join, and you're trying to, let me be clear. If you're trying to be a professional scalper, then join, and then you can just leave whenever you want, because it's no contracts or anything. It's just month to month, right? So if you want to learn and get a professional trading system and learn from Ms. Jenny, then go ahead and just join for that reason and learn how to become the professional scalper that you're looking to be. and then you can move on from there. Now, if you're trying to be a day trader or swing trader and you don't want signals, then maybe this is not the right service for you. That's when you go ahead and buy one of our trading systems. You want to start with simplicity, where you can actually come to class and I can teach you how to trade on your own, and you can be the independent day or swing trader that you want to be. So it just depends on your goal. Now, who is this really for though? This is for people like myself typically, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I don't feel like trading. And thank God for Mr. Elvis and my team, because guess what? I can take their signals. So if you're one of those people who you just don't have the time to trade on your own, but you want to still invest in the market, okay, this is for you. If you're short on time, if you're a person who travels a lot, then this is for you. If you're a person who's busy, packed schedule, but you still want to earn a little something on the side, where it just takes less than a couple of minutes to enter the trade, 1 or 2 minutes. Hey, I got an alert, enter the trade and move on about your day. Then that's you. Okay. So that's who it's for. It's for those who want to learn how to be a professional scalper, or for those who actually just, and let me say one more category. Maybe you're sick and tired of these markets. Maybe you just tired of being on these charts all day long, looking for setups, learning how to use this trading systems, hours upon hours of marking up your charts, and you still can't walk away with no results such as this. Not even close. So if you've never made money and you're just tired of these freaking charts, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Then you want to go to our website right here, superezforex.com/signal service, and go ahead and hop on in, and we will take care of you. Okay, we'll send out some good signals. We've been doing very well, and you go from there. So again, that's who it's for. And again, I'll be honest with you, I'm tired of charts myself sometimes. So if I had to do it all over again, this would be the way I would do it. Honest to goodness, I'm not trying to pull strings and do a sales pitch, but honest to God, this is the way I would actually do it. I have the ability to be able to drop in on a class if I feel like learning, but if I don't, I can still get some signals and keep my day moving, right? Because I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. Make sure you guys pay attention to it. But I'm gonna tell you how exhausting my journey was in this field of learning Forex. So if it was me doing it over again, I never would have did it the way I did. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wrap this video up, and hopefully this provided you with enough information. Here's our website if you're interested. If you're not, that's cool. At least you watched my video. Just do me a favor. If you enjoy my videos, just hit the like and subscribe button. So when I do videos, especially the one I'm going to do tomorrow, it's going to be very powerful for you. I promise you, if you listen to what I'm going to teach tomorrow, it's going to help you on your Forex journey tremendously. Okay. All right. Be blessed. Thank you.